2001 Jeep Cherokee Sport, if that means anything to you. So I bought it. I'm like 10 days shy of a year now, a year ago. So and it's done me really well. I use this as my daily driver. So there's that, and you know, me and my friends like to go out shooting, or if we want to go out off-roading or something. This thing is friggin' awesome. I guess I'll talk about what I've got going on here. This is it's got a Rubicon Express 3.5-inch lift on it. It's got the JCR 1-ton steering conversion. There's something else I can't remember. It's the track bar. Some track, I think it's an Ironman adjustable track bar. I don't remember who made it. But lift was already put on when I bought it. When I was looking for vehicles, I wanted something that I could off-road with, but you know, be reliable enough for a daily driver. And Cherokee was probably the worst mistake I could have ever made, but since I bought it, I've actually really enjoyed it. I remember I was looking almost a year ago. There's this Wrangler I was looking at, and I almost bought the thing, and I messaged the guy. I was like, hey, can I come over and check it out? And he's like, sure. And I went over to his house, gave me the address. I went over there, and he didn't come outside for about like 20 minutes or so. And I'm sitting outside. I'm trying to call him, like, hey, I'm here, dude. And then he eventually wanders out at his leisure. And then I'm like, hey, I'm here to look at the Jeep. You told me to come on over now? And he's like, oh, sorry, bud, I sold it already. It's like, okay. So then I proceeded to verbally berate him with, why would you fucking bring me out here and waste my goddamn time if you already sold it? But 2 days later, I found this. It did not look like this when I bought it. It had the lift and everything, had the rack. It's got when I bought it, it had 129,600 something miles. Right now it has 139,100 something. So in about a year I put 10,000 miles on it, and I feel like I've driven this thing a lot of places. So I've only had a couple minor issues with it, but it's really just kind of from things being old. It is a 20-year-old car after all, so it's just things being old and kind of worn out. So right now I've got 33-inch BF Goodrich KO2s before they were 31-inch Cooper AT3s, I think. Yeah, AT3. Sounds about right. But they looked really small, looked really anemic, and I didn't like that, so I wanted to go up in size. They're 33 10.5 by 15. I wanted 12.5, but it's just I don't have the room under here. Would have been some rubbing issues, so I just stuck with 10.5. It's fine, really. I'm mostly drive this thing on the road anyway. When I do take it off road, it's handled everything I've ever needed it to, so I haven't had any issues there. These are the same wheels. They were chrome. I really hate chrome, but I didn't want to ruin the wheel. I didn't want to put like permanent paint on them. I didn't kind of ruin them because they're still nice. So I just did Plastidip, black Plastidip over them, and that was probably 8 months ago. And I've driven in a lot of areas where that Plastidip should have peeled off, off-roading and stuff, and it's actually stayed on fairly nice. So good there. Moving up front, it originally had, we'll talk about the bumper in a second, it really originally had a paint match with the grill. It was silver like the rest of the car, but I didn't like that. I like the black look, so kind of the black on the silver, so I bought just a new black grill, like the headlight bezels, and so I just put those in. I still have the old one at home, and I actually, before I had the bumper, it looks really good, but I found a bumper. I didn't really like all the other Cherokee bumpers out there. I kind of wanted something a little bit different as well. I'm not looking for something that has like a winch platform or anything. I wasn't looking for anything that had these ridiculous, big like U-shaped things on the front. So I just wanted a brush guard to just protect the front end, keep the headlights in shape, keep everything from getting too destroyed when I take it out. Because like there's a lot of dead brush where I like to go, and it I don't give a shit about the paint, but it beats things up, so I want something to kind of protect the front end. This is an Aries 1043 brush guard. 1043 is a specific for Cherokee. They're about $600 brand new. That's pretty expensive for a little metal bumper like this, so I wasn't exactly too keen on getting one. You know, I wasn't in a rush at $600, and plus they were all out of stock everywhere I was looking, so I couldn't really do anything about that. But someone on Facebook Marketplace one day, I remember I was off work, and then he was selling it for $200. It was on his old Cherokee, and I guess he was getting rid of it. He wanted he was rebuilding this new Cherokee he bought, kind of like the one he had in high school. So I bought it from him for $200, and I've got it put on. There's another car coming. Please don't bug me. I got it put on, and yeah, I'd say it's done really well. It was a bitch getting it on there, but it was a lot of fun. Roof rack, really nothing too crazy. I had a mounting plate on here that holds my shovel and my axe, but one of my friends didn't put it back on, so that's out in the desert somewhere, so I just got to buy a new one to put it on. I got my shovel in the trunk and back anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Spare tire on the roof doesn't fit in the back here, so I've just got it on the roof with a a ratchet strap, and then like a really thick bike lock to keep it from getting stolen. High lift jack, I don't use that thing at all. I bought it mainly because it looked cool, and I was also thinking, oh, well, what if my normal bottle jack doesn't cut it? I don't use that. It's just mostly for looks at this point. What else? Oh yeah, so got a Flowmaster exhaust put on. There's already a video about that, but everything under here was stock before, and I like the sound, but I just kind of want something different, a little bit louder, but I didn't want anything that sounded like a fart can. So after some kind of research, I found that, and that is absolutely perfect for what I want. It doesn't sound stupid. It sounds actually pretty good. What am I forgetting? Roof rack. The person who owned it before me, he made it himself. The mounts are from JCR, and I'm pretty sure they're from JCR, but the rack he made himself, and he just welded everything together. It's just a light bar. It's really not that useful. It's kind of, when you're out in the dust in the middle of the night, the dust just it just lights the cloud up. It doesn't actually do anything. Here's the inside. The reason I was willing to pay a little more for a Cherokee was I wanted something that was clean on the inside, and this thing is very clean. I mean, there's like 3 tears in the seat, but no shit stains. That's a start. I kind of like that, because for some reason, I don't know why, all these Cherokees just have disgusting interiors. People that don't take care of them. But put new floor mats in. Someone, again, the same guy who lost the plate up top lost one of my floor mats, so like, are you fucking kidding me? Had to buy new ones. Hold on. There we go. I see. So, stock, everything here is stock except for the radio. Have some issues with that, but I just hit it really hard one day, and now it works good, so I don't have problems there. Down here, these are JCR, like those Molly panels, so they just screw in the side here. There's nothing for them to hit, so they just screw on in, and you can actually put like stuff here. So like in here I have my work stuff, like glasses and gloves and all that in there. Right here is a holster, so my best friend rides with me. He carries as well, so he doesn't have to keep it in his pocket. He can be a little more comfortable, which it's probably not the best spot right there, given the seat's all the way far up, but I guess that's kind of why I have mine. So if you also have a Cherokee, you can do this. I've got like an in waistband holster, and I keep it down here, like on the seat adjustment thing. So when I don't have it, when I'm not carrying it with me, I just stick it right there, and it's like right between my legs. It's like the perfect spot. It's not intrusive or anything. I can pull it out, get to it really easy, and that's handy. So if firearms is your gig and you got a Cherokee, you don't know where to put your gun when you don't want it on you, right there, buddy. Yeah, really not a whole lot. I'll turn it on in a second here once I'm kind of done showing the back, but this is the front. Really not a whole lot. I like black ice. I think it smells good. I put a new liner in. I was fine with the old one. I don't care really about the color. It's like this cream color, but it was starting to sag, and that really fucking bothered me. So it's starting to sag, so I didn't like that. So this was a pain in the ass to put in. It was a bitch, but it's like this kind of like hex. It's like a spandex kind of. It was expensive when I bought it at like Joann's. I didn't know how much it was. I just saw it and I was like, oh, can I get it? After I went to like 6 different Joann's, none of them had it. The one I went to, I was like, I'm getting as much as I can. I was like, oh yes, that'll be $90. Garage door thing. Back seat, really not a whole lot. Back here, the one major issue is the whatever that is. The guy who owned it before me said he used it to hunt, so it's, I don't know, leakage from something. But other than that, I just gotta scrub that out. I haven't worried about it because I hardly use the back seat. The only people that sit in the back seat are my friends if we go out shooting or something. So it hardly use it back here. They don't drive with someone else. Trunk's a little bit goofy. It's got something wrong with it, so only I know how to open it. But usually those two would be up there, but the plate's gone, so can't really do that. Fire extinguisher, because I'm always paranoid this thing's going to burst into flames. I daily drive this thing, but if for whatever odd reason, like if I'm camping, I'll just throw this in the charger port up there, and it charges my battery. So if I had something, because I think there's a drain going on in here, like a really slow one, but if I don't drive it for like a week, it'll probably be in bad shape. So I just have that just to kind of be safe. This little box. So this first one is Booboo Kit. That's not a real first aid kit. First aid kit's in the mail with proper stuff. Got rags, so when I go to the car wash, I can dry the doors off. It does inox, oil, lubricant, grease. This is actually really good stuff. It keeps the squeaks down. And then just a bunch of cable ties and stuff. Camping, you know, you gotta have stuff to keep your shit from falling off the roof, so got plenty of those. Not running out anytime soon. Tow strap. I've used this actually quite a few times, most notably with my friend in his 2-wheel drive 4Runner. Not throwing shade, but throwing shade. This one just has like miscellaneous kind of junk in it. It's just I also have a jerry can, but it's full of fuel right now, and I don't really like having a full jerry can out in the really hot Arizona heat, so I just keep that at home in the garage. This is the nozzle for it. Like a patch kit, air tire inflator, more gummy plugs, gloves, tape, pressure gauge, just a bunch of junk, tire junk and vehicle junk. But handy if you like to take it out away from people and you could be in a situation, and I'd rather not be trapped somewhere with nothing to fix a small problem like a flat tire, because I can fix it. I know how to do that. But yeah, the back seat's actually not stained. It's actually pretty clean. It's like some little like things from plants and stuff, but I can't get that out no matter how many times you vacuum. But not bad. So I'll go ahead and start it up. That's my Powerade. Alright, I've had some kind of issues with like a slow start lately, but I think it's the fuel pump, or not the pump, the filter. There we go. Everything's on. 139,000 miles. Airbag light will go off. There we go. I put about 10,000 miles on since I've had it. Never had it over. I'll talk about that in a second, actually. I haven't had problems with it overheating. Washer is permanently stuck on because whoever drilled in the fender flares did such a great job. They went straight to the reservoir. Whoever owned it before me, so not my fault there, I can gladly say. But let's open it up. There's really nothing too crazy under the hood. Oh, am I going to do this with one hand? Alright, let's go. I'm not the strongest person in the world, so. But it's mostly stock underneath. There's nothing really aftermarket to talk about. New battery, that's about as crazy as it is. Oh, I'll tell you what, ZJ fan for my Grand Cherokee. That is probably a different thing under here. Grand Cherokee fan. Yeah, a lot better than the stock junk fan. Noisy belt. Other than that, really not a whole lot going on. It's up and down. Bring her down. Yeah. Other than that, got the power rated, got the door open, my mess, dude. Yeah, that's my Jeep. Really nothing too crazy. It's not a crazy dedicated rock crawler. I gotta drive this thing to pay the bills somehow, so this is what I use. Yeah, I really love this thing. It's probably it's my only car I've ever owned. I actually own this thing, so oh god, could you imagine if we're still making payments on this? Fuck, you're fucked. Poor you. But no, yeah, it's my first car I've ever owned. Before this, I already talked about that. I drove a 2002 Expedition. Really fun, awesome fucking truck. The exhaust I had on it actually sounded really good. It didn't sound like a fart can, just you could really hear the V8. And it was a bitch to park though. Like, if we gotta go use a parking garage in downtown Phoenix, it's a bitch to park. But I don't have any problems in this thing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting. The shitbox I drive. Thanks for watching.